Okay, I'm back. I'm in the Weather Institute now. I'm gonna see how far I can get in the Weather Institute before I just kind of like run out of steam or the video starts to run long. But planning to do this all right now. Ready for the first fight. Kind of maybe one of the trickier fights just for my particular box, but it's going to be kind of trivialized by Gardevoir and Fortress, ideally. I should only need 5 Pokemon for this fight. Kingdra is backup for the lead, because the lead Pokemon's kind of the most annoying for me. Okay, ready to go. Yeah, so this whole section is really free if you have Sceptile. I'm only recording this because I just want to show like how it's like really not necessary to have Sceptile for this section of the game. It's like really not that bad to play Weather Institute without it. So starting off with Feraligatr here, this Feraligatr is kind of a monster. It one-shots this Sharpedo, outspeeds it. It does have Bright Powder, so the superpower can miss, but hopefully it just doesn't. Yep, just smokes him right in the face. Okay. A little bit of rough skin too, that's fine. Okay. So Viper's in now. This Viper's a bit annoying. I'm going to pivot into Fortress on what could be Glare. I'm realizing, ooh, I would kind of not enjoy that if it was Glare. Let me double check. Yeah, it definitely could be Glare. I do not like that. This, yeah, I didn't think about that when I was cooking, so Fortress has a Chesto Berry and it really like needs it for later. I might pivot through Kingdra here, maybe. I have Kingdra as an extra Pokemon. It's not a very good pivot, honestly. But the possibility that I get glared here, if Kingdra were to get glared, that would actually be really, really good. Like really good. I'm gonna do it. I'm not that worried. Kingdra doesn't die to like Poison Tail Crit, which is super unlikely. It's really likely to glare me here. Yeah, okay. Steering a little bit, but I don't need Kingdra. Kingdra is backup for the Sharpedo. So, yeah, we're all good. Okay, so now that it can't glare, it's going to go for Poison Tail, which is the highest damage move, so I'm going to go to Fortress now. The whole point of all this pivoting is that for Alligator, there are like very few rolls where it could have Poison Tailed my Feraligatr. So when I went to Kingdra, it could have Poison Tailed, but now it has to either glare or get, Earthquake, which is what I want for Gardevoir. Okay, glare's fine. That was 50-50 because Fortress is slower. Gardevoir has a Cherry and it just smokes this guy. Gardevoir is like really good in the Weather Institute with between Psychic and Magical Leaf, because you're gonna see right now Magical Leaf just murks this guy. Okay, so now this should be Dragonair, I think? Yeah, okay, great. So Dragonair's counter is just this Cloyster, straight up. It can use T-Wave on me, and that is fine. This Cloyster outspeeds and one-shots this Dragonair. Yeah, this is a fast Cloyster. It's naive, which is pretty good nature. All right, I'm gonna Ice Beam, one-shot this guy. Yep. And the next Pokemon's going to be Exeggutor. This thing is kind of a pain in the ass, but all the Exeggutors in like the mid to late game of this game are really annoying because they have like they hit like a truck. This one has a Quick Claw. Oftentimes they have Quick Claws. They usually have Boom. This one has Boom. It's super annoying. This one in particular sees a kill with Egg Bomb. So on Egg Bomb, I'm going to go to Fortress, who tanks it like a pro. And he's slower than this, but that's fine. He one-shots it. And even if he booms on me, I don't care. It also has Sleep Powder. I have the Chesto Berry for that. That's why I didn't want Fortress to get paralyzed earlier. That would have been really bad. So I'm glad I was able to steer with Kingdra. I should have brought a Pokemon that was like a better Shark backup / pivot, but whatever. Okay, and then the Slowbro comes in, and it can do basically anything, but I'm pretty sure Ampharos just switches in for free and shoots it. Shoots it down. Ampharos isn't even dead to Earthquake crit from the Slowbro. So let's just go for it. It can T-Wave me. Theoretically. Yep. I have a Cherry Berry, so we're good. Pretty easy fight, all things considered. Gardevoir taking 2 Pokemon really helped a lot for sure. It allowed me to bring backup, so that's nice. Alright. Grunt 2. So Grunt 2, I've got a team written down for it. Yeah, let's see. So I've got Golem coming. For Alligator's not coming, you can go back to the box. I don't know if I've showed this thing yet, by the way. This thing is like battle armor, and it's kind of a boss. These IVs are crazy. Okay. I'm gonna bring Kingdra. I'm gonna bring Fortress. I'm bringing Breloom. I'm bringing Ampharos again. It's a very similar team. Cloyster is gonna go back in the box. And I need Lantern. So Gardevoir gets out of here. Yeah, very similar team, but these are like, I mean, Lantern is a really helpful Pokemon on the split, with it being able to, you know, resist water moves and shoot electric moves. It's pretty crazy. Okay. This looks good to me. I gotta get the items situated. I'm gonna sort them a little bit differently. And also heal. That's kind of important. Alright. So I ran like a little script command there, and now my Pokemon are full health. Let me sort them like I said I was gonna do. Oh, I also have to like rare candy some of these guys up. 1 second. So Golem's got to be 53. Doesn't have to be, I'm just choosing for it to be. That seems reasonable. Oh yeah, you can learn that, dude. For sure. Yeah. Keep my options open for Winona with teaching this boom. The last time I fought Winona, I boomed Golem on it on her turn 1. Credit to Moist for that strategy. Not what I'm planning to do this time. I've already kind of looked at Winona a little bit, and I have a different idea. But we have to get there first. So. Alright. Everybody's a 53, Kinder's a 55. That's kind of how I want it. Citrus berries. For Golem and Fortress. Kingdra wants a Rossberry. Breloom wants a Pecha. And then I need cherries for these electric types. Cool. Just gonna review like my plan for this fight again. It's been a minute since I. Oftentimes I like plan a fight like days before I actually do it, just because I'm really slow at this game. Honestly, and I also like don't consistently play the same run every day. I skip around a lot. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight Silksong recently. That game's pretty awesome. Okay. So Golem is the lead. It just kills that lead Pokemon, the Electrode. Yep. I don't need it to be dead to Giga Drain, because I'm just going straight to Fortress. Draw running twice. If it booms on me, I don't care. Yeah. Fortress is such an awesome Pokemon. It's the first time I've ever had it, and it's really crazy. Like the things that this thing deals with that not many other Pokemon deal with its typing being Bug, Steel. That's a crazy typing. Absolutely crazy. Okay, and then I think for Artillery I brought Kingdra. That was kind of the idea. Yeah, doesn't really do anything to Kingdra. You can just two-shot it. That's quick claw, but I don't think it's a problem necessarily. It can fire blast me on the switch, which I guess I could go back to Golem first, probably. But then I could be baiting Ice Beam, which I would kind of rather not have happen, because that's kind of the one thing I can't play around. I can play around a burn, but I can't play around a freeze. You know, if I get frozen with Kingdra, I'll just go to Lantern and kind of deal with it that way. Lantern's a good backup. For Walrein, I'm kind of just planning on using, getting my Breloom in and just smoking it. That seems to be the idea. It looks like if I pivot to Lantern, I can get in for free on Earthquake. Breloom getting Ice Beam would obviously not be very good. So. But overall, this seems like pretty fine. I think Lantern is here for the Starmie. Yeah, that's mostly what it's doing here. And Starmie is really annoying. Kingdra can also help me there. I'm going to try to paralyze it first. That's like the priority one. There's not much you can do about that Starmie, even if you have like a... Maybe if you have a Sceptile, you can outspeed it in one shot on this fight. That seems cool, I guess. But yeah, this is the best I got. At least it's the best that I came up with, so... Okay. Round number 2. I'm kind of worried about this one, actually. This might be harder than the last one, despite what I said before the first ground fight. Yeah, this guy's got a good team. But not a good lead. This thing is just going to get completely cooked by Golem. It can't really like endure here. It has the move endure, but that's not what it's going to do. It's either going to... It's probably going to explode. Oh, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. So T-Bolt and T-Wave are the other two moves. It couldn't click either. Yeah, so now it's got the Lychee Berry boost, but I just don't care. I'm pretty sure Golem just doesn't even die to crit from this. Yeah, I checked that. So he's gonna boom now, and that's kind of whatever. Yeah. Now we're baiting Muck. This thing also has boom, so normally you don't want to bait it like right now, but because I have a Fortress, it's totally fine. You just go to this Fortress for free and just beat this thing. Yeah, so Giga Drain. Alright, Brick Break. It's not really booming quite yet. Now, if I was really feeling like tricky, I could try to go back to Golem. That seems like a bad idea. So, this thing just Brick Break me, right? That's the highest damage move. Now that it's under half health, it can boom as well. A boom crit would definitely kill Golem, so I'm just hanging in here, looking Drill Run. Yeah. Fortress cannot be crit, it's got battle armor, so we never die to that. We bait Octillery next. I have a Citrus Berry that goes off. Should not really come as a surprise. I'm actually dead to multiple moves here. I'm dead to Water Spout, because Water Spout is like a truck in this game. And Fire Blast. Both those moves are quad resisted by Kingdra, so Kingdra's a great switch here. Got Fire Blasted, that's why I have a Rossberry. Okay. Now, so I have like Kingdra and I have Lantern, right? They generally need to take like 2 Pokemon on this team. They need to take the Octillery and they need to take the Starmie that's coming out later. Kind of trying to think about which one makes sense to match up with which. I mean, both of these Pokemon can outspeed and 2-shot this Quick Claw Octillery. Critical hits would really be bad for me, like quite bad for me. When I kill this thing with Kingdra, I'm baiting Cradily, which is really good for me. So I'm gonna try to stay in here and just kind of double edge this thing. It can't do much to me. Yeah, it's double edging me back, okay. Yeah, so that if it would have crit me there, that would have done considerable damage, and I would have had to think about what I was going to do next. But because it didn't, I'm never going to be, like, dead to the recoil from double edge. Oh, actually, am I dead to crit right now for this quick claw? I'm actually never dead to crit. That's cool, but if I double edge here, it's going to... the recoil would kill me if I got crit by double edge from artillery. It looks like Surf might kill from here. If it doesn't, what do I do? I mean, the double edge recoil plus Surf definitely kills this, I think. That's a safe assumption. It doesn't necessarily have to go for double edge, it could also ice beam me, though. Those rolls do kind of overlap a little bit. This is a tough little decision, because of the quick claw. The other option would be just like straight up go to like something like Lantern right now. Or like maybe even like Ampharos, who's kind of backup. Ampharos outspeeds this, but it's dead to Water Spout crit. Yeah, I'd be going to Lantern if anything. I don't really like the idea of going to Lantern. I really want to save it for Starmie. I would rather risk Kingdra here, and Quick Claw crit is just not real. Please don't be real, come on. Okay, good. Holy shit. That'd have been terrible. Okay. Alright. This is Cradley now. Cradley has the moves Ancient Power, Earthquake, Recover, and Toxic. It could get a boost on me here, because it can definitely Ancient Power. It can also definitely EQ. Oh, actually, no. It's pretty much always going to be Ancient Power here. There's one roll of Earthquake that kills. That's okay. I'm just going to go to Braylum, who does not care about that. Even if it boosts here, it does not matter. Yeah, it was irrelevant. Now, Braylum can just one-shot this thing with Sky Uppercut, and it's going to bait Wall Rain next, which is really good, because it then proceeds to one-shot the Wall Rain in the back too with Superpower. So let's do that real quick. Yep, good job. And we're gonna Superpower this guy. I'm pretty sure this kills. Yeah, it definitely does. And this doesn't have like a priority. This Rain Dish its ability, yeah. There's a lot of HP I just took, but you know, that's how it goes. Now we got Starmie coming in. So I think this can be Psychic or Signal Beam. No, it's never Signal Beam, it's never Surf. It's just Psychic. It's just straight up Psychic. So I don't have a good pivot for Psychic, unfortunately. I don't think anyways. I don't think Fortress really likes to get Psychic here. Oh, actually it's kind of okay. And that would bait Surf. Assuming I don't get Spadef dropped. That actually is really good. Because then that's a really good pivot for Lantern. Getting surfed is like a really good outcome for Lantern coming in. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pivot through Fortress here. Should never be surf. Yep, Psychic. We take like 25% health from this. Okay. I don't believe we're dead to another Psychic. Nope, we dodged being dead to Psychic by one roll, so this is always Surf. We're always dead to Surf. Go to our Lantern. This Starmie is a pain. It's got King's Rock. It's faster than us. Psychic hits really hard. It can drop your Spadef. It's terrible. So we're going to try to slow it down with Thunder Wave. It's Thunder Waving us. That's perfect. That was a 50% to happen from full health. Because both moves are +0. It doesn't see a kill. It's great. Now it's slower. Because it's King's Rock. I can stay in here. Because it can still T-Wave me. It actually really wants to T-Wave me now. I'm just deciding if I'm going for Shockwave or Wild Charge. I think Wild Charge just two-shotting this is like the safest thing to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Not dead to Psychic, crit into Recoil, so we're going to do it. Yep, it T-Waved me again. That's perfectly fine. Now, the situation is that I am not even dead to Psychic Crit from this. I could stay in, or this could be an opportunity to go to Ampharos, who is never dead to crit, and just one-shots this, which, let's just do that. Yeah. This thing's too slow to move, so... Yep. Not too bad. Starmie choosing to T-Wave me there was really nice, but also not necessary. The Kingdra risk was maybe a questionable choice overall. I could have died to Quick Claw crit there. I'm actually not even sure I would have died. Honestly, like the amount of recoil I would have taken from killing the artillery would not have been 29 HP. Oh, it would have been a crit, right? So double edge crit from artillery would have definitely put me at like a much lower HP. And then the recoil probably would have killed Kingdra. So that's risking, you know, a 1 in 5 into a 1 in 16, which is a 1 in 80. That does happen, but it's kind of below my threshold of worrying about too much. I wasn't sure that Surf would kill from Kingdra. It looked like it might with like the double edge recoil as well. So maybe it was the right move to Surf there, but I didn't want to get a ruler out or something, so. Okay, so Grunt 3. It's been like 20 minutes or so. That's a good, reasonable pace for getting through the grunts. I'm probably going to cut it before Shelly, because Shelly, there's going to be like a long PP stall, so that can be its own video. And no, I'm not raging on her. At least that's not what I'm planning to do. I'm not rage sweeping. Okay, so Golem goes back in the box for this next fight. We're going to bring out Salamence, the newest team member, who I don't think I've shown yet. Salamence is an E4 Pokemon. Mine is particularly... it's fine. I mean, like, it's got pretty good IVs, which I'm happy about. Those IVs are pretty boss. The nature is fine as well. Obviously, I'd like plus speed, but the speed's enough to bring it to E4 for sure. It's really good. Ampharos. Okay. Omastar, where are you? I need Feraligatr again. I just like this Pokemon. This is the first time I've ever had it. There's a lot of like firsts in my box, like Fortress and Feraligatr. It's been like a really fun little run here, especially having Pert along for the ride too. I'm very attached to this run, so I can't wait to like lose it in sad fashion somewhere. My last round in this game I wiped to 1, so you know, that was pretty sad. I'd taken massive casualties by that point, so it was kind of okay. Alright, Fortress goes here, and, or I'll put it there. And, I gotta get Tenta. Yeah, Tenta's gotta come here. Alright, that's everybody. Mence. Oh man. I'm leading Mence in this fight. Gardevoir is going to do some like serious work on this fight as well, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. I have to grind up Mence to 52, I think is good enough. And then Omastar, 53. I need Gardevoir at 54 for this fight, specifically. There's some kind of threshold that has to meet. I don't remember exactly what this... I haven't looked at the team that I'm even fighting yet. Oh, it says Cloyster. So this trainer leads like a Focus Band Cloyster. The last time that I was doing this split, I had Walrein. I was on a chicken run, and I just like encored this thing into... I trapped it into Ice Beam. I don't have a Walrein this time, so I don't have an Encore Pokemon that can do that. Illumise cannot quite tank Ice Beams. It's not really a thing that it does. So, I think the plan is I lead Mence to like intimidate the Cloyster, because it can boom, but it cannot boom on Mence, because it'll see Ice Beam kill. And then I pivot to Omastar, and then I either get boomed on or like I bait Surf, and I go to Feraligatr. So like the first 3 Pokemon in my party are committed to dealing with the Cloyster. And Feraligatr outspeeds it and has the move Rock Slide, which can cause flinches and stuff like that. So that's kind of my plan, is just to flinch this Cloyster a bunch. With it intimidated, my Feraligatr being really kind of a boss and being battle armor and not able to die to Explosion Crit, he doesn't take a lot of damage from any other move, and it's pretty safe overall. The only thing that could like happen that would be really bad would be getting Ice Beam frozen, in which case the backup is just like, you know, risk Omastar or something, who's slower than Cloyster, so that's kind of a sad thing to try to do, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. And then the rest of the fight is like Tentacruel kind of goes crazy on this fight, and it allows for a lot of slot compression. Gardevoir also goes really nutty on this fight. What happens after I kill the Cloyster with Feraligatr? It's Omastar. I'm baiting Grass, so I just go to... Yep, so then I go to Gardevoir, who to outspeed the Omastar, or not to outspeed. I actually don't remember why this thing had to be 54. Oh well, it is. Oh, I remember why. Okay, so I'm going to... I'll explain this more in the fight. I'm remembering this fight is coming back to me a little bit more. I remember the reason that Gardevoir had to be 54. Sorry, I'm like reminding myself of what I was doing here. Again, I planned this fight like days ago, and I'm recording it now. Okay, so let me get everybody their items. It's mostly citrus berries for this fight. There's not a lot of like status conditions that can come into play really, but I can play around anyways. Like there's Freeze. A lot of Pokemon have Ice Beam, and I don't have the like Lumberries or Asperberries yet, so I'm just dealing with Freeze. That's kind of how it is. Yeah. So person here, and Lantern gets a person. Yeah, this is not riskless. There's going to be like a potential that Gardevoir dies on this fight, but it's like really small. I'd have to get double crit. I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Yeah, I have a couple person berries for confusion and stuff like that, but overall we're good. So Mence is the lead for this fight. It's also like taking care of a later Pokemon, but it's switching out right away. Cloyster has a Focus Band, it also has Boom. It can not Boom here, because it sees a kill. It'd be kind of like sick if it could Boom, because Omastar would eat that for lunch, but it doesn't, so. Okay, and now we're going to go to Feraligatr. It can Boom here, it's 10%. It's not very likely. This is Surf 90% of the time, yeah. Feraligatr, choose that up. Okay, so now the idea is we're just going to Rock Slide this guy a bunch. Or the other option would be if I really want to, like, flinch chance here, it doesn't really buy me much. Yeah, it really does, actually. I'd rather try to flinch him. This will do, like, 40% of his health. Nice, that's so big. Okay. Do it again. It's not going to kill him unless I crit him. Okay, now he's like very likely to Boom. I don't die to Boom, I don't think. I shouldn't die to Boom. Nope. So if I don't flinch him, he's going to Boom, or if he lives with his Focus Band, he's going to Boom. But he's not going to, but he very likely will. 95% of the time he'll do it. Doesn't matter. He's just dead. So great job Feraligatr. It's huge. Okay. So here, I'm pretty confident I can just go straight into Guard and just smoke this thing with Magical Leaf. It has Bright Powder, so that's why I specifically want Guard to be the choice here. Oftentimes, like if you have Sceptile, you're trying to kill this thing with your Sceptile, and with Magical Leaf as Hidden Power Grass. Okay, thank God. So that didn't crit, and I'm actually totally safe now. Because what happens next is I bait in an Umbreon next, That always killed without the crit, by the way. And this is why Gardevoir had to be 54, because so this thing's going to pursuit me, and if I calculated correctly, I am never dead to pursuit crit. Just double checking. But from 54 specifically, I got like a huge Spadef bump, and yeah, I'm not dead to pursuit crit. It's likely to pursuit me because I'm a psychic type. It's 50-50. It's actually higher than 50-50 slightly to pursuit me here. I'm going to Tentacruel in general. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay. See, I mean, it wasn't guaranteed to pursue me there because it didn't see the kill. So the odds were somewhere in like the ballpark of like, I want to say like it was like 2 and 3 to pursue me there, and it chose not to. So that's huge. I'm pretty sure I want to Toxic this. It has Moonlight. Yeah. This thing also has Synchronize. It has Moonlight, Confuse Ray, Toxic, and Pursuit. But because I'm a Poison type, didn't do anything. Okay, so I'm confused now because it ate through my Person Berry. So, let's see. It's not going to click Moonlight here. It's going to try to Pursuit me. So I'm just going to stay in even though I'm confused. If I was like really cheap, I would like throw a ball, but I'd never do that. It's really cheap. I will move Mirror Cut out of the first slot. Holy cow. I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb does the most damage here. How have I not taught this Surf, by the way? What am I doing? I'm clowning. Yeah, I pursuited. Okay. So now it's going to be at like a little bit of a lower health. I could switch out if I wanted to get rid of my confusion, because at this health, with Umbreon being slower than me, it's relatively likely to Moonlight, I believe. Once the AI starts getting to lower HP, and if it's slower than you, like below 70% health, it has like a 92% chance of getting a +2 score. So in other words, it's like a 96% chance to click Moonlight here. So I could like switch out and then switch back in to try to get it to like to get rid of my confusion, but I don't really think that's worth it. I just snapped out of it anyway, so yeah, that's fine. And he's gonna kind of trap himself into a loop of clicking Moonlight at this point because he won't recover to above 70, even with his leftovers. I'll just keep Sludge Bombing him. I gotta remember to teach this guy Surf after this fight. I don't know how I didn't do that. This is taking a second, for sure. Come on, dude. So anyway, the idea with this is there is a Wobbuffet on this team, which generally would be annoying, except that Tentacruel is like one of the best counters to it, with Toxic, right? And Tentacruel also baits the Wobbuffet in because it's a Psychic type, and well, because it has a Psychic type move, being Mirror Coat. So this is gonna work out pretty well for us. We're gonna bait in the Wobbuffet and just kind of kill it. One day, when this Umbreon dies. I think I kill it from here with Sludge Bomb. Yep. Took a second, and now, yeah, we bait this Wobbuffet in. And we are going to click Toxic like a bunch. I may speed this part up. It's not going to sound good. I'm going to mute it, actually, and just speed this up. Yeah, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I think you should be able to. I'm just clicking Toxic while this thing like clicks moves. It doesn't really matter what it clicks. It just kind of, I'm trapped here. I can't do anything. It's clicking like Safeguard and stuff. It's Destiny Bonding me. Okay, enjoy that. I'm totally fine with that. All right. Just for the sake of expediency, I kind of wanted to speed that up. Okay, so this is Whiscash, right? This Whiscash has Dragon Dance. It also doesn't have a water move, which is just kind of a funny set. I think it's cool. I'm actually not dead to Earthquake, which I would prefer to be dead to Earthquake if I'm being honest, because it can Dragon Dance, which is okay. I've accounted for that. I'm gonna go to Mence here. It's likely to Dragon Dance because it's slower than me. It's slower than my Tentacruel, I should say. So when I get the Intimidate off, it gets a boost in its attack that returns it to +0. When it gets a speed boost, it's still slower than me. Mence, with Air Slash, this is a very likely 2-hit KO. It can also flinch it. If it flinches it, the fight's pretty much over. Yeah, okay. I crit too, nice. What a goat. And then the last Pokemon is Gorbis. There was very little risk involved there. If it would have continued to be able to Dragon Dance on me, which is what it was probably trying to do before I flinched it, I would have just pivoted back to Lantern, and then like pivoted back to Mence, just to get its attack back down. And then I wasn't going to die to like Rock Slide Crit, which is that Pokemon's best move against Mence. So this is Gorbis. I believe this thing has Ice Beam. Yeah, okay. So what I actually don't want to go to Lantern on Ice Beam. I'd rather go to like Omastar. And actually no, that's wrong. I want to go to Tenta, I think. Yeah. Confuse Ray is annoying. Forgot this thing had Confuse Ray, whatever. I'm not gonna go to Omastar. I'll go to Tenta. I don't think Tenta will be as helpful on this Gorbis in general. Is that true actually? No, it's pretty good. It's probably better than... No, Feraligator's really good against it too. Alright, I'm just gonna go to Tenta. This Ice Beam. If I get frozen, I get frozen, so be it. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, whatever. Can't play around that. Now it's Confuse Ray or HP Electric. An HP Electric crit doesn't kill me. Yeah. So I'm gonna hope that it's HP Electric. I think that'd be really cool, because then I get him for free. If it's not the end of the world. It's Confuse Ray. Yep, of course. It's kind of cringe. I have a Person Berry. I do outspeed this. I do not kill it with Wild Charge, but I come like really close. It also can't like punish me. So this might kill. It's very likely going to kill. Yeah. Okay, and that's that grunt down. Not too bad overall. Continuing on, rolling through the grunts. The next one's gonna get... I have a fun way of approaching this fight. At least in my opinion. I try to do this like every time I fight it. Omastar is gonna go back in the box. So let's do that. Right there, sure. I'm gonna bring Dugong to this fight. I'm not sure he's doing much. I think he's a pivot. Guard. Feraligator can go back in the box. I feel bad putting him in the box. Just love that Pokemon. The main idea behind this fight is I'm going to set up a couple of my Pokemon for chain kills. Don't need Lantern. Okay. Let's get the Pokemon to their correct levels. Swampert, I actually want Swampert to be level 51. I need it to be like a little bit under-leveled. Funny enough, that's actually just the best way to do it. Nurse Joy. Well, at least do what I'm trying to do. Let me give him a Citrus. I don't know if my Pokemon are the right level. Dugong might not be. No, he's not. A lot of Citruses for this fight. I've already forgotten to teach Tenta Surf. I'm gonna do that after I finish what I'm doing now. I'm not bringing Tenta to any more fights this this section. I'll just try to remember before my next recording. Just talking to myself here about administrative things. Yeah, like I said, I'm mostly recording this just to kind of show that like you don't really need to have a Sceptile in this champion. To be fair, like having a Gardevoir with Magical Leaf is pretty broken too, in its own way. It's like a mini Sceptile. That doesn't have to like get into Overgrow or something like that if you, for some reason, did like the Leaf Blade delay. Okay, so correct levels. I think Gong probably doesn't need that many levels, but I'll just give it some. Yeah, it's not right down 53. Alright, I think we're ready to roll. Just gonna double check what was going on with this fight first. Yeah, so for an idea of like what my process is for like these extended recordings of fights, like if I'm in a gym or fighting like the evil teams or whatever, I like plan out all the fights in advance. I have like stuff written down on the side. And as I said earlier, sometimes I just like write it down all like one day and then go like a few days without even touching this game. Or do my other run where I have half the encounters duped. And then I forget what's going on in this game and I have to like remind myself. It's probably not a very efficient way to play. I apologize for that, but that's how it is. Okay, yeah. Bird on 51 is perfect. Yeah, this is gonna do exactly what I want. I do need Mence to be... Glad I looked at that. I need Mence to be at 53. 54, 52 was not sufficient. Okay. Because it needs to hit a range. I had to level it up for a range. It's minus attack. My Mence is minus attack, so it needed to hit a threshold. Go here. I'm gonna give Gardevoir a Pecha. Oh, it already has a Pecha. Did I write that down? I gave it a Citrus. Oh, I just wasn't looking at the right line, sorry. Or not, right plan. For people who don't like geometry. Fortress... Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like taking a second to review this and make sure everything's all buttoned up. Yeah, okay. I think we're ready to go. Ready to rock. Okay, so the reason that I'm leading with Pert is I'm going to hit this leading Pokemon, this Armaldo, with a Muddy Water. Muddy Water never kills this because I'm level 51. The max roll does 1 less than Armaldo's HP, and it can never crit because Maldo is battle armor. I don't want to kill this thing right now. I'm just doing a crap ton of damage to it, and potentially lowering its accuracy. That's not going to do much. Well, it was a crit. That was a possibility. Not a big deal at all. I thought it would agility there. That's really strange. I guess the it doesn't actually, none of that mattered, because now I can just freely go to Salamence, which is actually what I wanted to do from the start. I can never get Ancient Powered here, because I have like Pert. This thing agility'd. It's actually still slower than Mence because it didn't agility the first turn, like a dingus. And I'm going to Air Slash him and kill him. Looks like I pretty much max rolled him. His HP was like a sliver. So that's cool. Poliwrath comes in. The reason I wanted Mence to kill is because it baits Poliwrath, and then I just kill it. This thing has like Rain Dance, and in general, a lot of Pokemon on this team have Rain Dance, and they all have like Swift Swim. If you do the fight like this, where you like get Mence in, it baits in and kills like so many Pokemon, which is great because you just don't have to worry about them setting up Rain Dance. Like those two Pokemon, if you try to switch in, they can set up Rain Dance, and then they kind of become an issue potentially, but not that way. All right, so now this is Tenta. I'm pretty sure the plan is I don't want... This thing has Ice Beam and it's clicking Ice Beam right now. I do not want my Gardevoir to get frozen. My Gardevoir is my answer to this Tentacruel. Because my Gardevoir is frickin' cracked, it can one-shot this Tentacruel. But I need to get it in first, right? So we're gonna go to Dugong on this Ice Beam. That's all I needed to do on this fight, was just take that hit, pivot, and I can go to Gardevoir now on Sludge Bomb. Okay, I Mirror Coated instead, that's fine. Yep, we just clean this thing up. Because I am a modest Gardevoir. Modest race. This is Kabutops. I outspeed this thing, and I smoke it with Magical Leaf. Yeah, Gardevoir is crazy. This thing also has Rain Dance. It's the one Rain Dance Pokemon I usually have to deal with, and in this case I didn't have to do anything with it. Just killed it. Okay. Now the last Pokemon is Ursaring. I don't remember what it's going for. I think it's Double Edge? Yeah. So my Double Edge Pokemon is Fortress. It can also maybe Yawn. I don't know if Guard's dead to Double Edge. I don't think it is. So it could Yawn here. It did not. Fortress, this thing only having like physical moves, it kind of smokes it up. There's a bit of an overlapping range though, which is kind of sad. It doesn't strictly bait Earthquake. It usually baits Earthquake, which kind of scares me about going to Breloom. I don't want Breloom getting Double Edge crit, although that's super unlikely. So I'm going to stay in with Fortress as long as I can until I fall asleep or until I am dead to something, and I'll continue to Flash Cannon then. So EQ there is like kind of what I expected. Yeah. Lowering his defense would have been really good there, but it didn't happen. I'm not dead to Earthquake. It's not happening. If I get Earthquake high rolled, I still won't be dead to like Double Edge or something. So I'm staying in. Hopefully this kills. Nice. Okay. Didn't have to go to Breloom. Did not have to risk the Double Edge. See, he Earthquaked me twice, so it was likely, but Double Edge was not ruled out. I didn't really want to risk Breloom there. I didn't have to. Yeah, so that fight was pretty much all about setting up chain kills. This next fight isn't my favorite. I tried to find like a good counter to a lot of these Pokemon, and it was pretty tricky finding a good one. So I keep Swampert. Mence is not coming. Let's see, who else is coming to this fight? Gardevoir sticking around, Lantern is coming. Breloom is not coming. Gator is coming. No Fortress. I need Kingdra again. Kingdra's like pretty good in this little section, just by virtue of like quad resisting water moves. It's helpful. I definitely don't need Dugong. I don't know what's replacing it. Omastar, it looks like, yeah. So a lot of water types, and then like my pseudo grass type here. I'm going to make sure everybody's the correct level. Gardevoir's 54. Swampert can get leveled up now that we're past that fight. He also learns Earthquake. This guy's finally getting a better move than Mudshot. Jesus Christ. I'll probably give her Ice Punch. I can't envision him needing Ice Punch in the near future. He's going to 53, actually. Crazy that I had to under-level him for that Armaldo thing. Getting Omastar to 54, I think that looks good to me. I'm gonna also Nurse Joy. This is getting pretty long. I want to do this fight soon, so I can end this at like an hour or so. been very methodical. You guys can probably see if you play EK, which I'm assuming most of my audience of mass amount of viewers, you guys probably play EK, I'd assume. I'm pretty slow in general compared to like most people. And that's fine. I prefer to play slowly and like not, you know, mess up and have to start all over. In general, like maybe I'm not good enough to play faster. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of like did most of the plan here, and then I just said like, okay, I'm bringing enough guys that I should be able to win the fight. In general, that was kind of like my thinking. I'm mostly going to be like flying by wire a lot in this fight. I have a lot of like options for the way things can go. I don't have like a clear path based on like just a little bit of uncertainty with how the fight goes. Like with rain, this is another rain fight, where I think every Pokemon is Rain Dance. It's just how it is. Most Pokemon in this game have Swift Swim, and the nice thing is because Gardevoir's Trace, it can Trace Swift Swim. Kingdra's Swift Swim, Omastar's Swift Swim. You know, other Pokemon aren't Swift Swim, but they're also still helpful. Like, yeah, I just brought like the best team I could, realistically. All right, yeah. I'm gonna double check my items one more time because I was kind of on autopilot for that. So citrus, persim, cherry, 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 cherry. Yeah, a lot of cherries. I know the one thing that's important is that Gardevoir leads because of the lead Pokemon here. It's Quillfish. This thing is has Explosion, of course. I traced its Swift Swim, and I'm just gonna murder him. Murder him right now. Okay. So we got a Mantine coming in. This Mantine, I forgot about something. Oh, I wasn't gonna pre-damage now. I thought about it, but so it has Surf, Confuse Ray, and Rain Dance. It can click any of those moves. I'm pretty sure it's likelier to Rain Dance because it's slower than me. And that's kind of fine. I'm pretty sure my plan here was to go to... It has a Focus Band as well. My plan here is generally to go to Lantern to paralyze this thing. It's now faster than me, which is a little annoying. Right. So because it's raining, Lantern is taking a good amount of damage from Surf. I want to paralyze it just because I think that's useful. It's faster than me, so I kind of want to like slow it down. Of course I got confused, but I have a Person Berry, so that's fine. Because this thing has a Focus Band, it's kind of free to just paralyze it like that. I'm going to Shockwave it because 2 Shockwaves kill, and so do 2 Wild Charges. So, not much point in Wild Charging. Taking Recoil. Nice para, dude. Okay, so now we're just kind of banking on the Focus Band. Haven't seen a Focus Band in a while. They don't usually trigger for me. Quick Claw by the Artillery earlier, that kind of scared me, not gonna lie. Okay. So Lantern is in against this Dragonair. It has Bright Powder. It can't really touch my Lantern. It also doesn't know I have VA. So it could Thunder me, I believe. I'll double check. It could. Body Slam and Thunder are kind of like equal damage. In the rain, Surf is never getting up there. This thing has Thunder, Surf, Body Slam, Rain Dance. So I haven't been counting rain turns at all. I don't really know what the situation is there. It could Thunder me. It's not the likeliest thing ever, but it definitely could. I think my plan was to go to Kingdra here for this, but I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I might want to stay in with Lantern. It's full health, so it's possible that it Thunders me. Do I need Lantern later, though? That's the question. I mean, Lantern coming in later, it could get paralyzed here from like a Body Slam. Okay, I'll stick with my original plan and go to Kingdra here. I think that was the plan. Kingdra also helps later for sure. Oh, it surfed me. Oh yeah, right, it can surf. So what happened there is, even though surf isn't highest damage, it saw thunder as highest damage, and so then VA, it guessed that I was VA, and it clicked, and that made it the highest damage. So it wasn't able to pick thunder, and rain was already up, so it could have clicked surf or body slam with that situation. Okay, anyway, Twister is gonna do crit kills here, or half. Why don't I have Dragon Breath? Is there a reason? I think it's because I caught this as a Seadra. Okay, well anyway, now I just killed this thing. That just seems weird to me. Huntail's in now. Huntail has the ability to double edge me or rain dance. It's Swift Swim and it's slower than me. So I think it's likely to rain dance here. If it sets up rain, guard could die to muddy water. It would be really unlikely though. I'm thinking about going back to guard. Just because like that isn't bad. Guard will trace Swift Swim, and then if it's at the brain, I'll be faster than it still, and I can magical leaf it. That's kind of my thinking. But I don't know. Okay, so if it doesn't rain dance right now, which it probably will, it's going to go for double edge. So I probably go to like Omastar, and then it could like muddy water me if it's raining, and if that happens, what do I do then? I guess I go back to Kingdra. I kind of don't mind if Gardevoir gets double edged. Like, crit doesn't kill me. And Gardevoir isn't, like, doing much for the rest of the fight. Honestly, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna go guard here. Surprised double edge doesn't do more damage. Okay, so I'm Swift Swim as well as this, right? Okay. So, in the rain, there are 3 crit rolls that kill me from here. I should Psychic it, because this thing has King's Rock. So I can't miss, and Psychic is a range to kill. It's very small range. I'm gonna try it. Okay, please don't kill me. Great, okay. Don't care that my actually got dropped at all. I think I kill this now. What happens if I kill this? I bait, I believe, Lantern, which should be going for Thunder. That's really good. Alright, let's do it. So I'm going to Magical Leaf now, I can't miss. Also, if that roll would have crit, I would not have died. 3 and 16 and a 1 and 16 is a pretty good chance to live. Alright, Lantern. It's gonna Thunder me, so into Lantern. My plan here is I want to... Oh, it didn't Thunder me. That was unexpected. Was I not calcing from the rain? No, it was not. Whatever. Okay, so now, unfortunately, Lantern is in here without VA being confirmed, which is sad. But that doesn't really matter. It can't really touch me at all. I'm just gonna stay until it confirms it. I'll T-wave it. Okay, yeah, that was free, and now the rain's not up. It's pretty likely to rain dance here, I believe. Obviously, I'm not going to click anything besides Surf. I'm down to just kind of Surf on him for a little bit here. I'm aware that paralyzing him kind of introduces the potential to mess up the VA logic. Like if I were to switch in and it gets paralyzed, I could end up in the same boat that I'm in right now, where Lantern doesn't know about VA. But I just learned about it, so we're chilling. That means this thing can click Surf or Ice Beam at the moment. It's going to kind of just spam those moves. Seems like I'm winning this interaction, though, so I'm happy to play it out. Yeah, I'm definitely winning this interaction. Because Thunder's highest damage, I mean, I've explained this on Watson, I think, but that's how it works. Once the rain stops, it's going to be guaranteed Rain Dance, if it even survives. Because Rain Dance is +0 and Surf and Ice Beam are -1. And the rain stopped. So now it's Rain Dancing. The question is, do I kill it here? Or do I go somewhere else? Because if I kill it, I bait Gong. Kind of don't like the idea of baiting Gong. Gong would definitely want to Rain Dance. Because it'll be slower than me. So I could use that opportunity to like, get some damage on Gong. And then for Alligator, just kind of messes Gong up, dude. Like, honestly. This fight's basically over. I'm just going to kill this. And then I'm going to use for Alligator to go nuts. Yeah. Yep, Rain Dance was kind of expected. This thing has a King's Rock, but it's not doing like any damage. It does a quarter of my health in the rain. I'll click AP. I can't get flinched here, it's a possibility. Yeah, see. Okay, that's not really cool. We're just gonna kind of keep hoping that doesn't happen. Boost there would have been cool. What happens if I stay in longer? Waste another rain turn. I never die to Surf. I'll just be dead to Surf next turn. And if that happens, I can just go to Kingdra. And I'm totally fine. I'd speed this thing and just murder it with Double Edge. So, I'm staying in. If I get flinched, whatever. So be it. Nope. Okay. And that's about an hour video of me going through the Weather Institute with that Sceptile. So, yeah, don't worry about it. You can run Pert in this game and be totally fine on the Weather Institute. Okay. Yep, next video will be Shelly. I'm just going to record that. I'm going to end the recording here. So, see y'all later.